call this meeting of the CDA to order. I'm Wayne Clark, the vice chair, and the first item is call to order, which we've done. Roll call, please.
Richard Badger.
Present.
Ron Niemer. Here. Alderman Weigel.
Here.
Alderperson Keene.
Here.
Wayne Clark.
Here, we have a quorum. We're all set to go. Approval of the minutes of the July 9th, 2024 meeting.
I'll move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Passes. We have several matters for discussion. Number 3 has already been indicated that we're not going to talk about. That's been handled. And we have a 30-minute allotment of time, so not much time, but there's an important issue, or probably the most important, is an update and discussion on the St. Aloysius Church, which is closed session. Should we take that first?
We're just gonna go down this in order really quick.
Okay, we'll take number 2, resolution amending the financial estate consulting service contract with Friedman for not to exceed $25,000.
Mr. Chair, this is our contract that we have with our outside real estate and financial consultant to review performas and when we get numbers, and they've been providing us reports on projects, and we do see projects coming here in the future. We do it in $25,000 increments of increasing their scope of services, and we're at that point where we need to increase that scope.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir.
So Patrick, that's not like $25K a year, it's just kind of as needed.
As needed,
Okay.
and then we always come back and ask for more.
But it's more than $25K a year we're spending.
Yes.
And what do they do during this for the additional 25K?
Well, they'll sometimes meet with the developer online, they collect all the rents and performas and analyze it and give us a report on where projects are. They did a lot of work for Land by Label, reviewing the rent structures and the banking terms and things like that. And, you know, we're still not done. They even review the development agreements to make sure that it falls in line with the financing terms that we're expressing.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any discussion? Any more discussion? None. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Next one is number 4, resolution to approve a revised purchase and sale agreement with Mark Higgins, owner of the real estate at 6604 and 6620 West Mitchell Street.
You probably all think this is done, but this is related to this is related to the Sona property, which is where the Sona apartments are, the Makers Row area, and the CDA agreed to transfer around 2,800 square feet of land to the developer from the Sona parcel. And I think on the next slide I have the little sliver of land. With that, there's 2 issues that were associated with this request. And one, there was an easement that went to the west from the Higgins property and crossed CDA-owned land. And the second part was their sewer lateral also crossed that parcel. In order to clean up the Sona parcel and the Makers Row transaction, we agreed to sell them 16 feet of land. They were going to relocate their lateral, which is now done, and then we're going to pay for the driveway apron, and then they'll release the easement for ingress and egress that was associated with the parcel to the west. If you go back to the previous slide, I'm sorry. You can kind of see it. They have a garage door on their west side, and they want access to that door, and they need a little bit more width to be able to turn into that door. So we've agreed to all that. When they put the lateral into Mitchell, they ran it. We kind of warned them some, but it was a lot more than they expected. With the amount of infrastructure that's in Mitchell, there are high pressure gas lines, there's big storm pipes that are not mapped within our infrastructure. That they had to work to be able to connect into the sewer. And it increased their cost to over $20,000 more than they expected. They're asking for a credit. We agreed to sell them that it's 16 feet wide by, I think, 175 feet for $16,800. They're asking for a credit on some of the purchase price for the excess costs, and we've agreed to a credit of $15,000. And then the $1,800 will cover our transaction costs associated with the project, so there'd be no cash outlay from the CDA. I've had this also.
So we sold them a property for 16 and then we're gonna credit them 15?
Yes, so they're really paying $1,800.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
So the engineer for the property owner, when they went to put their lateral in, they came to the city to see what infrastructure was in the street. The city gave them plans that did not include infrastructure they came across.
Correct.
There's as designed and as built.
Yes, there's an old storm pipe in the road, and that is one of the other issues. It's along Mitchell, really close. There's a catch basin. The stormwater pond to the west actually comes down onto the land that we're selling and drains into into Mitchell, because that's the way they had to get access to the necessary pipes to drain the storm. There's a lot of pipes in Mitchell. I was one pass and saw them sucking the dirt up, and there are a lot of different pipes going different directions. And our city attorney's been part of the discussions, and that's what we've kind of reached in terms of a negotiation. And we're set to close this Thursday. And that should help advance then the transaction to sell the land to Makers Row.
Any further discussion? Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. The motion passes. Thank you. Shall we do number
6?
5 or 6? Given,
Both 5 and 6 we can do in closed session.
all right, let's get ourselves into closed session. There's some language here somewhere.
Oh, we have plenty of time. 5:07 to go into closed session. It's on the back here.
Yes, for agenda items 4 and 6, or I
5
guess
and
it's
6.
5 and 6. The committee may convene in closed session pursuant to the provisions of section 19851E of the state statutes for the purpose of deliberating the investment of public funds whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. This committee may reconvene in open session after completion of the closed session to consider the balance of the agenda. Is there a motion to go to closed session?
Move we go into closed session.
And a second?
Then we have to do a vote. We got a first and second, then we gotta do a vote.
Roll call.
And call the roll, please.
Richard Badger,
Present.
Don Niemer,
Yes.
Alderman Weigel,
Aye.
Alderperson Keen,
Yes.
Wayne Clark.
Yes, we're in closed session as soon as we close the door and put up the sign.
Oh, I'm on it.
Thank you.
We can go in closed session.
So the